Hello, and welcome to Tarrant County College. Today you will be learning about the different career and technical education, for short CTE, programs that TCC has to offer. TCC has 6 wonderful campuses. 5 are conveniently located around Tarrant County. Our 6th campus is an online campus. There are some degrees you can completely earn online, but most CTE programs are specific to their campus. The reason for this is because CTE programs are very hands-on and require lab time with unique training materials that only one campus may have. One reason a student should strongly consider TCC as an option is the price. TCC is super affordable. On this chart, you can compare tuition costs to different local universities. Missing from this list are technical or for-profit schools. Some of these schools are just as expensive or more expensive as the larger universities. The tuition costs are not easily accessible on their websites, and they require your information before giving you information about their admissions process. TCC is a place to get a great education at a price that makes school a viable option to a lot of people. Before we get into the different CTE programs, I first want to acknowledge the Associate of Arts degrees that TCC has. These are 2-year degrees that are designed to transfer to a university for a student to earn a bachelor's degree. An Associate of Arts degree is a general degree that covers the Common Core to transfer. If a student is undecided, we may suggest this degree. An Associate of Arts degree in Business is for students that are for sure planning to transfer to a university to earn a bachelor's in business. An Associate of Arts degree through the Cornerstone Honors Program is a great option for students because it offers more scholarship and research opportunities. We also have associate's degrees in kinesiology, music, visual arts, and teaching. The Associate of Arts degree in teaching is a nice option for students because after completion, a student can transfer to a university that TCC has partnered with, like Tarleton or Texas Tech, and earn a bachelor's in teaching after 1 additional year. Associate of Science degrees are great stepping stones for science and math majors. TCC is a great place to complete intro classes before transferring to a university. Courses not only come at a lower tuition price, but classes are generally a lot smaller at TCC compared to large universities. And the first campus I'm going to cover is the South Campus, and it was also the first one built back in 1967. And here's where I'll start covering Associate of Applied Science degrees, aka Career and Technical Education programs, aka CTE programs. Most of applied science degrees are meant to teach a student a trade or a skill so they can immediately find a job after completion. Some of these degrees will transfer to a university and some of them won't. It just depends on the major, okay? So here I've listed out all the CTE programs that South has. I'm just going to go one by one just to give you a brief idea of what they all are, okay? So to start off with, the Architectural Technology program, if you're interested or if you have a student interested in architecture, this is a great place to start. If a student completes this program, it's more meant to be an assistant to an architect, but if a student wants to study to be an architect themselves, they for sure have to transfer, possibly get a master's degree, and then be certified in the state that they're working in. TCC also has a ton of automotive programs, so we have the General Automotive Technology program, and I'll cover that in another slide. But we also have a specialization in Toyota, and the collision repair program, which is auto body. Every campus has business. The two general business programs that South has is business and management. South also has a ton of information technology or IT programs in specialization in cybersecurity, game design, simulation, and animation. That's a very popular one on South. Mission and critical operations and data center, network support, programming, and web and internet services. South also has the computer-aided drafting and design technology program. They have 2 specializations in building and civil technology and manufacturing. Just to give you an idea, if you don't know what CAD is basically designing things on a computer. Let's say you're selling wrenches and you design a wrench on paper, then you can design a wrench on the computer system, and then you can actually print it out with a 3D printer. Okay, so that's just an example of what CAD is. South also has a specialization in construction management. This is for students that are interested in running construction crews, learning how to manage a construction crew, learning how to budget construction projects. This is more meant to teach students to be a supervisor. We don't really get into too much about how to do the physical labor themselves, okay? So we do teach some of that just so a student gets an idea of what is expected, but these are more meant for students to be supervisors. Okay, we also have the electrical lineman program, and I will talk about that in just a second. And we also have a ton of electronics technology programs. We have specialization in electronics and telecommunication. We have oil and gas, renewable energy, which think like solar panels, and the robotics and automation. So if you love robots and want to learn how to build a robot, this is a cool place to go. We also have the heating and air conditioning and refrigeration program. This is a really popular program on South. We have two specializations in commercial and residential. So if you like, working on AC units or want to know how that works, yeah, this is a great place to learn it. Okay. We have industrial maintenance, which is actually a combination of a few different programs like heating and air conditioning and construction management. And we also have the welding program, okay? And I'll get into that in just a second as well. Okay, so the first program that I really want to get into is the Automotive Service Technology program at South. Basically, if you want to learn to work on cars, you want to be an automotive technician, okay? We have the 2-year degree, which is the Automotive Service Technology program. We also have 2 certificates. We have the Engine Analysis Technician and the Heavy Line Technician, and this is something I hadn't mentioned before, is certificates. So I may have a student that wants to learn automotive but doesn't want the degree. For example, they don't want to do academic classes. So what makes the difference between a certificate and a degree is that the degree has academic classes attached to it. That's things like math, English, a computer class, a government class, and I think there's one more I'm missing, but yeah, that's different. So if you want a degree and you have the certificates, you can just add on or complete the academic courses, and then you have the degree. But if a student does not want to do those academic courses, then they just need to complete the certificates, okay? So we do have the degree and we have the certificates. Now, at the same time, a student earns a degree, they are at the same time earning certificates. So hopefully I didn't confuse you there. Okay, so a student can earn all 3 at once. Anyways, back to the automotive program. So it's a really cool program. We're actually certified through the National Automotive Technicians Education Foundation. So they basically tell us what we're supposed to be teaching, okay, to make sure everything's up to date and we're teaching everything, teaching our students everything they need to know. Program covers all areas of automotive. Students are taught in a real world experience in a 12-station garage. Okay, so what's really great about this shop is that it's set up like a real shop. So if a student gets a job right afterward, they have a really good idea of how an actual shop works, okay? One of the newer programs to TCC South is the Toyota T10 program. Okay, this is for students that are interested in working specifically on Toyota and Lexus vehicles. What makes this program special is that it is a cohort. So a student is going to be in the same class with the same students for 2 years, okay? What makes this program special as well is that there's a paid internship attached to this program. So 3 days out of the week, they're at a Toyota dealership or Lexus dealership working and getting paid for it. 3 other days out of the week, they're in class at TCC. There are some requirements to get into this program. First of all, there has to be an instructor recommendation, interview with a T10 representative, have a driver's license, which is very important, have a clean driving record, pass a drug test, pass a background check, and the most important, I think, is to meet all 3 parts of the TSI requirements or some sort of placement requirements. So you have to pass all 3 sections of your TSI or be college met through SAT or ACT, okay, or another source. But you have to be met in those 3 areas, okay, which means you have to be ready for college level courses, okay. And if you're interested in this program, please email Tracy Miller at tracy.miller@tccd.edu if you're interested in the program, okay. Another very popular program at TCC South is the welding program. One of the reasons that this program is so popular is that you can start making decent amount of money with just a 1-year certificate. So if you complete the first year basic welding certificate, for sure you can get a job as a welder, okay? Of course, if you want more money or more jobs, you would need more experience. So if you get an advanced welding certificate or even the degree, it just looks better on you and you get to learn more, which of course makes working easier, okay? So the main reason I want to mention this welding program is that it's really hard to get into this program, not because of the requirements to get in, but it's very competitive to get in because there's limited seats, okay? So if you're interested in this program, you have to make sure you register the very first day of open registration as soon as the seats open up, okay? Before we even open up the college, you need to be ready on your computer, ready to register. If you don't do that, the possibility is that you will not get into the program that specific semester you're trying to get into, okay? So we do have, of course, the degree and the 2 certificates. The welding program covers different aspects of welding, 90 different processes, including stick welding, TIG, MIG, flux cord, pipe welding. Okay, we do not have underwater welding, so if that was a question, okay. But if you're interested in the program, please register the very first day of open registration. Another program that I want to focus on at South is a fairly new program called the Electrical Line Technician Program. And based by the picture, you can see right there kind of what the job entails or what the students are going to be learning to do. So they're going to learn to be able to repair, electrical lines. So students are prepared to become a qualified electrical lineman who install, maintain, or repair the power lines that move electricity. Some topics covered are electrical testing and maintenance, climbing skills, live line safety. So this is a dangerous job, and because of that, this job actually pays very well. Okay, there's also long hours for this job, so a student may be gone from his home for a month or so, depending on what type of job he takes on. But when the storms hit and our electricity go out, these are the people that go and actually repair them. So this is what our students are going to be learning to do. The next campus I'll be covering is the Trinity River campus, which is in downtown Fort Worth. It's one of our newer campuses. It was established back in 2009. Now, Trinity River, it's fairly one of our most popular campuses because it is our more modern style campus, and of course because they have most of our allied health programs for the district. So to cover them one by one, we have the nursing program, which in my opinion is the most popular program on Trinity River, but we have, of course, a ton of other great allied health programs. For example, we have the physical therapist assistant. So if you want to actually assist a physical therapist in helping patients work out for their therapy, that's a program a student can do. We have radiological technology, so like x-rays, things like that. Respiratory care, that's kind of like a nurse that specializes on lungs and the heart. We also have health information technology, which is really for those people that want to work in healthcare but don't like the sight of blood. If you're okay with paperwork, then health information technology is for you. We have the diagnostic medical sonographer, so including looking at cute little babies. There's other forms of sonography you can do, like different types of organs and stuff like that. We also have the surgical technology program for students that want to assist surgeons in the operating room. We have nuclear medicine technology and the anesthesia technology. Of course, they have to have business as well. They have specializations in business and marketing. We have the geographic information system there, which is kind of like programming Google Maps. They also have IT and cybersecurity and programming. They have the library technician program and the sign language interpreting program. So if you're interested in sign language, you don't have to know anything. So they can teach you from the very beginning, and by the end of the 2 years, you're going to be very fluent in sign language. One of the allied health programs that I have to talk about because it's so popular is the nursing program. There are some prerequisites to getting into this program. There's quite a few, but the 3 classes that you have to get done before you can apply is Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2. That's learning all the body parts, and microbiology. Okay, so just do the best you can in those classes. You have to have done the HESI exam, and that can be done at the testing center at Trinity River. And you have to complete a series of vaccination and screening. Generally, this is done like 6 months before your application period. You can only apply twice to this program. So I will tell you now, don't just apply at TCC if you're interested in being a nurse. Apply at other schools, see what your best option is, and see who gives you a spot. Okay. And once you complete the program, you are eligible to take the state licensure exam. Okay. So passing grants the credentials of RN. Okay. Now we'll say this. You can go work and make decent money as an RN with a 2-year degree, but the state would love for you to have a bachelor's degree. So we have other partnerships. For example, Tarleton actually takes up the 3rd floor of one of our buildings at Trinity River, and you can do 1 more year through Tarleton and receive your bachelor's in nursing and make more money from there. Okay, so there's a lot of great options. Northeast Campus. This campus is located in Hurst, Texas. It was established back in 1968. The Northeast Campus has their own business programs, including the General Business Program and Management Program. They also have an Accounting Assistant Program, and one that I find really special is the Fashion Merchandising Program. This is for students that are interested in fashion and want to know the business side of it, including manufacturing, marketing, retail. This is a great program for you. Northeast also has a child development program. This program is for students interested in being preschool teachers. They actually have a preschool on the campus, and little 2 to 5-year-olds enroll there, so our students get to work with their own students. Northeast also has the Convergence Technology program, so think office. So they do have a concentration in small office and home office technology, cloud technology, and information assurance. They, of course, have IT and cybersecurity, network support, programming, and web and internet services. They do have a dental hygiene program, and I'll get into that in just a minute. They do have the emergency medical service program. So if you're interested in being a paramedic or just want to be an EMT, all our students are interested in the Fire Academy have to be EMT certified, and this is where they can get those EMT certifications. If you're interested in graphic communication, so if you're interested in being a graphic designer, so in designing logos or marketing materials or maybe children's books, something like that, that's a great place to start. We also have a concentration in mental health and human services. Think, counseling. Another great place to start, but if a student really wants to be a counselor, they will need a lot more schooling and some certifications later on. They also have the Paralegal Studies program. This is a great program if you're interested in law. A paralegal is someone that basically does a lot of the research for lawyers for different cases. A lot of these classes are actually taught by lawyers, so a lot of these classes are at night. Northeast also houses the Radio, TV, and Film program. So if a student is interested in making movies or being a DJ on the radio, they have their own radio station, they have their own TV station. If a student wants to learn how to work a camera or be in a control room, it's a great place to be. They also have there the commercial photography program if a student is interested in learning how to use a DSLR camera, um, digital camera basically. If they want to learn how to do posing for clients, if they want to know how to edit pictures, this is a great place to do it. They also have the real estate program. So if a student wants to be a real estate agent, a student does have to be certified through the state, and there is some education that you have to be a real estate agent. Technically, you need 5 classes, and we do have a certificate that covers those 5 classes. But if you want to know, of course, more about the industry, then you can keep going. There's a 2-year degree. And of course, you can actually transfer, and there's more courses at a university. The dental hygiene program. This is another allied health program, another very great program. It is accredited by the American Dental Association's Commission. It's a very hands-on program, and they actually have their own on-campus dental hygienic clinic that's open to the public. So if you know anybody that may not have dental insurance and need routine maintenance done on their teeth, they can go there and be serviced by a student. Okay, and of course they're supervised by an instructor. Here in this program, the studies covered are orofacial anatomy, dental radiology, pharmacology for the dental hygienist, periodontology, community dentistry. Okay, with this program, the students can only apply 3 times, and the program will only take 24 students at a time. Okay, once accepted, the program is full time, so the program will be Monday through Friday between 8 to 5. The Northwest campus. This campus is on a beautiful lake. You can take sailing courses if you like, and this campus was established back in 1976. At Northwest, they also have business there, including the accounting assistant program, the business program, but something else very special is the entrepreneurship and small business program. So if you're interested in learning how to run a small business or learning how to start your own business, this is a great place to do that. Our Northwest, we also have the criminal justice program, the fire academy, the police academy, and the horticulture program. So that's like landscaping if you want to learn how to grow plants and maybe interested in starting your own landscape company. This is a great place to learn how to do that. Also connected to the Northwest campus, but on a different site, is a few other programs, including the aviation program. So we have 3 different degrees in aviation. 2 of them are maintenance. So if you want to learn how to repair the body of an airplane, that's our aviation maintenance and airframe. If you want to learn how to repair the engine of an airplane, that is our power plant. Generally, a lot of students get both of these degrees because it just takes 1 additional year to do the next one because a lot of the first year is the same. Okay. If you rather learn how to fly the planes, we do have a professional piloting program. Also, through the Alliance Airport is our logistics and supply chain management. If you're interested in learning how the transportation of goods and services works, we do have that program there. If you want to learn how maybe a warehouse runs, that's also taught through that program. And also we have the occupational safety and environmental technology. Think of a lot of OSHA type classes. The Fire Academy. The Fire Academy has basically 3 different academies. They have a fall, spring, and summer academy that are 14 weeks long, and they generally take 24 cadets at a time. There are some requirements to get into the program, including being EMT certified, which you can do at Northeast Campus. You have to have a signed doctor's release. You have to be at least 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, and have a driver's license. Once accepted into the classes meet Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. First priority is given to applicants who are paid firefighters of a fire department, which means a lot of fire departments in the area will send their firefighters to be trained by us, and we give them first priority. But just to let you know, if you do want to be a firefighter, or if you want to be a police officer, check with the city or the specific department that you're planning to work for, because they may want you to be trained at a specific place. Okay, and just to double make sure, and then most likely they'll send you where they want you to be trained. And they may help you pay for it or even pay you a salary to be there. The police academy at Northwest. So approximately 6 basic academies a year. They're 19-week long. There are also some requirements to get into this program. First, you need a psych evaluation. You need a doctor's notice. You need to have your high school diploma or GED. You have to have a driver's license. Police officers must be at least 21 years of age in the state of Texas, and you can't be older than 37 and a half years old. This may change depending on if you're working for a small town, but most cities have these requirements here. So you have to be at least 21 to start and older than 37 and a half. You have to have a birth certificate or proof of U.S. citizenship. Once you're accepted into the program is Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. The Southeast Campus. This campus is located in Arlington and was established back in 1996. Southeast business programs include accounting assistant, business, and management. Some specializations at the Southeast Campus is the dietetic program. That's for students that are interested in a lot of nutrition, learning how to eat well, so you can teach your clients how to eat well and how to better take care of their bodies. They're big for their Culinary Arts program. They're big for their hospitality management programs. That includes travel and tourism management, meeting and event planning, food service management, and of course they have to have IT. So they have cybersecurity, network support, programming, and web and internet services. Their Culinary Arts program. They do, of course, have the 2-year program in Culinary Arts, but if you're interested in just the certificates, that's also an option as well. The certificates is Food Service Supervision and Culinary Nutrition. Okay. Program content includes basic to intermediate cooking skills, basic baking through advanced pastry skills, and international cuisine and more. What did I just say? TCC Connect online. Basically, this is our virtual campus. So there are some degrees you can do strictly online, but you can also do some of the basic academic classes online, things like English or government or speech maybe. A lot of these can be done online, so you have the option for, to make your schedule a little bit more flexible. If you're doing an on-campus program, you can do some online. So here it is. Here's the degrees that you can do strictly online. As you can notice, they're business focused. So if you're interested in accounting, you can do accounting online. Accounting assistant, business, you can do an entrepreneurship program online. So if you don't want to go to Northwest Campus, you can do it online as well. And you can also specialize in office technology professionals. So if you're interested in working in an office space and you just want to learn a little bit about maybe how to use a computer or how to work in an office space, how to maybe do professional communication, things like that, as a good degree as well. All right, we did it. We covered all the CTE programs for the District of Tarrant County College. Now, I will say the school's always working on adding additional programs, so you will see a few later that I didn't mention in this PowerPoint. But other than that, we did it. I would also like to say, also check out the TCC Community Education and Engagement website, because they have a lot of other cool stuff that I didn't actually get to cover in this PowerPoint. They have other programs like if you want to be a massage therapist, they have that program there. They have, if you want to learn how to be a wedding planner or do floral arrangements or other fun things like upholstery. Like there's a ton of other hands-on skills you can learn through community education and engagement. Some other stuff they have is like youth programs, senior education, some other fun personal enrichment activity type classes. There's also preparatory courses, like if you're planning to take the GMAT or the GRE, you could take classes on that. And also you can do really cool professional conferences and seminars. Okay, so I hope this helped, and thank you for sticking by with me, and thanks for listening.